It shall be life. Approximately 2 years ago, a little bit over 2.5 years ago, I thought I had prostate cancer. I thought I had cancer again, and I thought I had prostate cancer again. My PSA levels were really high, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna probably kick it this time. Well, the answer did the result did come back as negative. However, I was up in Wyoming, and I was up dirt biking by myself one day, and I was pretty sad because I'd already had cancer when I was a kid at 17. My shoulder had been taken out by Dr. Charles Smart, Elizabeth Smart's, the Elizabeth Smart that got kidnapped. Her grandpa Charles took most of my arm muscle out from this area here, and so then my prostate PSA was really high. So I thought, oh man, probably gonna die because it was really getting elevated. It went from like a 3 or a 4 up to a 18 or something like that. But anyway, there was a show that one of my favorite shows is called Outlaw Josie Wells. And Josie Wells is meeting with this Indian chief, and they're deciding whether they should war or have peace, whether they should die or they should have life. And during the time they cut each other's hand, each other cuts their hands, and they shake with blood on their hands, and that's I guess a covenant or a commitment that they're going to get along. Well, anyway, I was up on this ridge called Sunset Point. McKay was on his mission, and I was up there. And I was kind of sad. I was kind of teary-eyed, and I was worried about how long I was going to live. It doesn't bother me a ton, but it does bother me somewhat, and I wanted to get as much out of life as I could. And as I was up on this ridge in Wyoming, Sunset Ridge, where my sons and I go at the end of the evenings, and we go up and sit on the ridge and watch the sunset go down, I had this distinct words come into my mind. I was concerned. I was praying to my Heavenly Father, what should I do? Because I thought I was going to pass away. What should I do to prepare for death? And I had this image of the Clint Eastwood outlaw Josie Wells come into my mind, and I heard the words, and I listened to the words, "It shall be life." Oh, okay, good enough for me. The Indian there, when they're shaking hands or when they're meeting there for that covenant, the Indian and Josie Wells, Clint Eastwood, the Indian said, Clint Eastwood said, we can fight and die, or we can live. What would you like to do? And the Indian said, it shall be life. And they agreed to live. So, with that gift of life, I've learned music. I've spent more time with kids, with work and various things, but I've really enjoyed that. And my health is improving. We'll see how it goes. Everyone's going to die at one time, but it was really a neat, special time to have that feeling. And I think our Heavenly Father communicates in language that we can understand. It shall be life.